Strange Academy Finals, issue number 5, the penultimate issue of Strange Academy. I remember when this book first came out a couple years ago now. It was right before, it was like during the beginning of the pandemic, this book started. It was kind of like a comfort read for me. Because I was like, yeah, these are cool characters I like. The story's headed in a very interesting direction. It might be like one of the longest running comic books I've been reviewing on this channel. I think the only other books that kind of like come close to doing like a succession in order is the ongoing Wonder Woman title and Jed MacKay's Moon Knight. But I think between those, this is the other book I've covered the most. I've covered every issue. I love it. Reaching the end of this run, it is very fascinating. This book still feels like it's part of another era of Marvel, which does make sense because the day this video will be going live, they just announced like a new event or a new story coming out from Marvel called Gods, which is from Jonathan Hickman, which seems like he's going to be doing the thing he did for the Avengers and the X-Men mutant world, but for magic now. Okay, cool. So if this book ends before that, okay. I think this book is sticking true to its original theme, and I really like that. We open up this issue in Weird World, and we see that Toph's mother is getting ready for a big ceremony. We don't really know where she's going, but is it her husband or just like the person she's dating? Do they say if they're married? It doesn't matter. She's waiting for Man-Thing to get ready, and he's in the shower, which is hilarious. One of the funniest things I have seen in my entire life is a piece of moss with eyes taking a shower. But they're getting ready for the first year commencement ceremony at Strange Academy. So, while normal schools are like, hey, you did great at the end of your academic journey, you kids have literally been through hell and back. We're going to celebrate you every year. So everyone's parents show up for the event. You know, everyone's there having a good time. We seek Alvy and Urik's father, who I guess is okay that the Enchantress is the dad? Is the mom, I should say. Okay, cool. Then Calvin's handing out pamphlets. He hands it to this one woman that he doesn't know. He's like, who's your kid here? I've never really seen you before, and you don't really look like any of the students. And, oh, that would be my mom. Doyle's mom. You're like, what? That normal woman is Doyle's mom? What? That's weird, because we opened up this book with him being Doyle Dormammu. But guess what? He has a regular Earth mom, a regular girl. And she's like, it's okay. I know what my son is like, but he's cool. I love him anyways. What happened was when he was born, I was a single mother, and I was told he was going to get sick and be very, very unhealthy. Probably die because of something in his brain. So I seeked the help of Stephen Strange. He didn't want to help anything. I went down a dark path, and I found Dormammu, and he offered to help my kid. And he did. So Doyle is a normal human boy who was turned to look like Dormammu, technically making Dormammu some relation to Doyle, but not fully. Which you're like, okay, I didn't expect this reveal this late into the book, but hey, thanks for giving it to us anyway. I just didn't see that coming. I do like it. I think it's really cool. I just didn't see that coming. It's very exciting. So, while they're explaining that to all the students, oh, it's a family reunion for the Dormammus because Dormammu walks through a portal, and every parent's like, you said they would be safe. What is Dormammu doing here? Everyone is pissed off. It's not good, but this is where Doyle is like, oh shit, it's starting. It's the prophecy I saw. This is what's happening. The person in the breach, I know who it is. It's Emily, and Emily walks through with the hordes of Dark One creatures, you know, not looking great. And this is where all of the magic users who are teachers are like, okay, this is where we make our stand. We're going to stop them today. But Jericho's like, we can't. This is foretold already. It has to be Doyle who leads us in this fight. So they have a little bit of like a conversation. Emily, once again, is kind of being like, You still think there's a line between good and bad. It's all this crazy stuff going on. Like, look at Calvin. He was going between them. He did good stuff. He did bad stuff. But you're like, good on him. It's like, what is this? The lines are blurred, guys. Come on. Come on. Now, again, please do not give us a switcheroo, Emily. We'll talk about that when the ending comes up. But Doyle defends his people. Calls her a monster and all that stuff, and then Desi steps in, and then Zoe steps in, and we do talk about like their lovers' quarrel, because I guess there was the potential for those two, Desi and Zoe, to kind of like have the connection, which I love seeing that. Like, hey, technically like the second hands to like these people fighting are also in a lover's coil, which I love to see. It makes me very happy, and it's just kind of fun. Everyone thinks the world's going to blow up. There's going to be a huge army, but Doyle's like, do you not even realize that the army at your disposal is Dormammu's? These aren't your soldiers. You're nothing to him. This isn't anything. You fell for his traps, Emily. This isn't right. And he screams, now! And then all the magic users put on a spell, including Man-Thing, which makes me really happy. And they blast them back into the dark dimension of all of our powerful magic users. And it's like, no, this is wrong. So all of like the top armies led by Dormammu and his creatures are in the realm fighting the good people. And then we see like that tiger god, I forget the name of, but the higher powers that being in the magic universe are also in this dimension. Like, okay, we're ready to kill you, Dormammu, you absolute piece of garbage. Let's freaking go fight you. Everyone's fighting. Back on Earth, the kids are also fighting, and it's not looking great. It literally turns into a brawl, which I think is really cool, and exactly how this book had to go. You couldn't toy away from this. You've been setting it up for too long, and even if it's just like for a couple of pages at the end of the book, there needed to be an actual physical conflict between the characters for any sort of payoff. We do have that here. So a fight breaks out, and it's pretty cool. And you're just like, okay, Desi's going full demon. We also see Zoe's going to raise her army of the dead, even though she still loves her. And we see that Gus is beating up some big dragons of the dark dimension. And you just see that Alvi and Uruk are like, this is just like fighting back home. And everybody is actually getting into the spirit. And it's like a badass fight. People are teaming up to kick ass and stuff. It's looking very good. Everything is going in the right direction. It's badass. It looks great. Like, I still think this is how you should do it. If you're going to give us a new generation of magic users in the Marvel Universe, they don't need to have blood relation or full-on connection to the other characters. Like Zoe, she is a zombie that can raise the dead. Desi is an unnamed demon. We have creatures from Weird World. We have Asgardian characters kind of connected to like main characters, but it's not like the son of Doctor Strange is leading them. Emily's just a random character. It's cool. I like seeing that. It just makes it extra fun and extra special. So in the midst of the fight, Zelma opens a portal for them. And who runs onto the battlefield? It's Emily's parents. And I'm like, yep, you just got told on and they're pissed at you. And I'm like, oh man, don't do a switcheroo on me, please. I don't want to see a switcheroo. Don't make it, we're like, Mom, Dad, I'm so sorry, I didn't see the goodness. I'm like, no, she has to go full evil and they can't save her. But it is a kid's book, so I guess you can save her, but if it were me, Emily's evil and she dies evil, and that's just like, now we have to do the next year of the school. I don't know. I think this book has been really fun. I cannot wait for the final issue. This is how you do escalation. It's been good. 23 issues so far was leading to this moment, and it feels authentic. It feels like we earned this. Every character looks unique. The artwork is still beautiful. I am fully impressed with everything this book has to offer. It makes me smile. It makes me happy. We did it, folks. We told a good Doctor Strange adjacent story with magic in the Marvel Universe. Cool. What's going to happen in the final issue? I'm going to say everything's going to go back to normal, and maybe Doyle's going to have like a multiverse of madness moment where he like walks down the street and like, maybe he's going to become human. Ooh, maybe that's what's going to happen. Interesting. Cool. I like it. I like it. So, Strange Academy Finals, issue number 5, or the legacy numbering of issue 23, I am going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, and I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.